guys, how are you? This is Santa. I'm coming to you all the way from my toy shop up here at the North Pole, and I want to read you a special book. This story was never supposed to get out. You're not supposed to know that, are you, Grumpy Santa? I sometimes can get a little grumpy. We all know Santa's jolly, but there's something else worth knowing. There are times when even Santa doesn't feel like ho-ho-hoing. If you've never heard this story, you might be quite surprised. It's about a grumpy Santa Claus who became ungrumpified. One night while Santa slept, dreams of Christmas in his head, a giant snore from Mrs. Claus blew him right out the door. He rolled across the bedroom floor. Ouchie, ouchie, oh, oh, oh! Then tripped over a bowling ball and stubbed his big toe. He was tired and his toe hurt, but he hopped into the tub. My big round belly jelly sure could use a soapy scrub. But when I turned on the shower knob, the water was freezing. I jumped out of the bathroom, now sniffing and sneezing. That I did. The elves defrosted my Santa by the edge, but they defrosted me by the edge of a small fire and tried to warm me with my favorite Santa suit inside the dryer. But the dryer shrank my suit, so they made quite a switch and replaced it with the woolly one that makes me itch and itch. Not a good day. At breakfast, things got worse. There must be some mistake. What happened to my breakfast, my waffles, my pancakes, my sausage, my eggs, and my steak? I want you on a diet. You're handsome when you're thin. I was a grouchy and I mumbled. Today I just can't win. I grabbed my gifts and headed out the door. But my fleet of flying reindeers weren't where they were before. When I finally found them, I shouted out, "Oh no! My reindeer had been buried hoof to antler in the snow." The reindeer were still frozen. They flew out of control. They almost crashed the speeding sleigh into the striped North Pole. "Hold steady!" I yelled as we rounded the map. Then a giant gust of wind blew up and poor my hat blew right off. At the first house on my list, I had no change of luck. I jumped into the chimney and my belly got stuck. I wiggled side to side and I gave a mighty twist. I fell into the fireplace and sprained my chubby tush. Oh, it was not a good night. In Paris, I was chased by a tiny growling poodle. In Italy, I stopped upon a rigatoni noodle. I was nearly trampled by a bull in beautiful Barcelona. I bumped into a Christmas tree in Phoenix, Arizona. That's not a tree, it's a cactus, and it hurts. And at the last house on the list, near the point of full despair, I tripped over a toy train and flew up into the air. I grabbed the chandelier and then heard the ceiling crack. Poor old Santa tumbled down and landed on his back. It did hurt. I'm tired, my toe hurts, I'm hungry, and I'm freezing. My wool suit is so itchy, I'm sniffing and sneezing. My head has got a bump, my tush is wrapped in gauze. I can't take it anymore. Oh. I'm a grumpy Santa Claus. Oh. But that was only one night. I'm not grumpy all the time. Then suddenly I saw it next to the Christmas tree. I walked over to inspect it, belly grumbling hungrily. It was a card for me, printed on with a wreath. And when I picked it up, I found some cookies underneath. Oh, I love cookies. As I read the note inside, my heart did nearly pause. We made all these cookies 'cause we all love you, Santa Claus. I smiled and took a bite. The lesson was quite clear. When people do nice things for you, the grumbles disappear. Santa flew into the night, the winter moon glow. I felt so good, and I shouted out a hearty ho, ho, ho! So remember when to make those chocolate chip cookies, silky and smooth and extra lumpy. Just be sure to leave some cookies in case Santa is feeling grumpy. You don't want a grumpy Santa, do you? You're going to leave some cookies, right? Merry Christmas! See you later!